that even like the elite and Illuminati and whoever, I mean, I don't go too far into that stuff because, like I said, I have the kids and it feels a little scary for me. Although I'm open to all the truths, no matter how scary, I'm just going to proceed slowly because of that. But I still think all of those people have, and I know actually that those people have immortal souls and they're beautiful in the same way that we all are. But I think that there's like a veneer over them because they have so much fear that they're attracting this really dark energy, dark matter. No, just kidding about that. Yeah, so anyway, I was saying we didn't really believe my brother or anything like that. And but then, I started looking at this stuff from being inspired by the vaccine friend. But he wasn't somebody I knew in person, so this was a couple of days actually, because I'm always amazed when people say, "Oh, I looked at the flat Earth and then I was a flat earther." I wasn't. It actually took me several months to really make this realization, and I realized also that it's letting go of a lot of programming as well, because then it's easy to see. So I started looking at that stuff and really resonating with it as truth, because I do feel one gift that I have, because I recently, like in my mid-30s, decided to speak the truth. And that means it was like a continuum. I mean, I think we're all humans. We all have lied. But I think that I was much more comfortable lying than telling the truth in most instances. I have a South Node in Gemini, so that should give you some clue about that. But I'm moving towards my destiny, which is the truth. And I realized the more I began to speak the truth, the more truth began to come to me. And that's what I tell the kids all the time, too. And I didn't just instantly start speaking the truth at all times, because it was only this year, as I mentioned, I have the 4 kids. It was only this year that I, with great shame, actually, and openness, and that I revealed to them that there's no Santa and all that. And actually, because all of them believed from ages 2, well, I have a 2-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 12-year-old. Even the 12-year-old still believed in Santa. Because in my heart, I was like, oh, I believe in Santa. And I mean, I still believe in fairies and so, but those probably actually are real, just at a different density. But no, all that Santa stuff is not, it's designed to make, I think, that it's designed to make our kids feel comfortable with lies, and it's designed to make us adults feel comfortable lying to our children, because we lie to ourselves when we do that this is okay. And it's not. And I for me, because that's the other thing, I feel like there's a real sense of judgment for a lot of people who are coming into this, and it's possible that it comes from the necessary step of anger that we feel with the realization that we've been lied to for so long. I was 41 when I realized that we're not on a spinning ball. And I still will have like these outbursts to myself. Like we'll be in the car and I'll go, ugh! And the kids will be like, Mom, it's okay. Because they know why, that I'm in this internal thing of, I can't believe they told me it was a globe. I mean, it's hard, and it's really a process. And anyway, so I got into it from vaccines, and really started to look at all the things critically. And for me, the big turning points were reading Zetetic Astronomy and looking at some of the videos of Eric Dubé. His are really great. And my favorite now, though, that I'm recommending the most is the one from Marty Leeds that he just came out with. It's really where I think a lot of people who I deal with on a daily basis are resonating sort of there, because it's not, I mean, I'm definitely making a return to the Bible and looking at all those things which I think are beautiful truths that definitely were hidden away from me because I was invited to step away from all that stuff. It feels like from the culture. Yeah, but I do think the process is different for everyone. And I also want to issue an invitation to other people to tell the story of how they got into this, so that we can find others who are resonating similarly, to really feel like, okay, this feels right to me, because we all have this beautiful ability to check in with ourselves. And because I tell my kids all the time, because I want them to cultivate it, try this idea on and let it sit in your resonance. Does this feel like the truth to you? And that was a major thing for me, because I look at the sun and I look at the stars. We got a telescope. We're looking at all this stuff, curvature, measuring. And so I'm making a video. And so it's all coming into all of our awarenesses. But even for my kids, there's a little bit of having to let go, because there's so much programming in TV and stuff on YouTube, which they don't watch a lot of TV, but they do take in a lot of Minecraft stuff from YouTube, and there's a ton of globe stuff in there still. Anyway, so I hope this is a good starting point, and that we can all talk about this stuff more in the future, and of course meet more people in person, because this is really difficult and isolating. So I love all of you seekers of truth, and I love the people who are still sleeping. And I think it's really important not to push forward on this sense of judgment. And, I speak for myself. I'm knowledgeable on a lot of subjects, but I'm not good at visualizing things. And some of the things like the sun at the poles, the midnight sun and those things, I had to watch those videos like 20 times to visualize it and to understand it. And I mean, I'm not stupid, and none of you is either, because we're all endowed with these beautiful gifts of discernment. But for a lot of us, the muscles are weak and atrophied from disuse. And we really need to cultivate these gifts. But as we do, they will grow. That's what I've experienced a lot, because I'm having critical thinking all over the place. It's really nice, and I'm thankful for it, and I'm grateful every day that it is increasing in me every day. And the talk about globe heads, and so, because like 10 minutes ago, we were all globe heads. And so let's all have compassion for the people who are still sleeping. And I think it's especially hard, like for some of us in our families, where especially there might be name calling or belittlement, or especially where the children are concerned. And so, because of course I get the comments of don't have children. Maybe I'll make a video about that, a ranting video. Let's all love each other. And I'm so excited to hear other people's stories, because we're all beautiful angels here having this angelic gift of an experience. And I'm so grateful to have been connected with so many of you. I love you.